What is up, magicians? It's your boy Magic Man, and I'm back again with another episode. Today we are in the kitchen again, getting ready to cook, helping you guys out with some quick meals that you can make for your friends, your family, nice and fast. Today we are making orange chicken and broccoli with a side of jasmine rice. Remember, I say quick, so these ingredients are going to be nice and fast, help you out so you can get in and out of the kitchen. All right, so your main three ingredients that you're gonna need today are chicken, broccoli, and rice. For the chicken, I love chicken thighs because they're nice and juicy. They cook up real well, a lot better than chicken breast or chicken tenders, or they just have a better taste. I told you I'm trying to be quick, so we got already cut up broccoli, but if you wanted to go and pick your own broccoli and pick it out yourself, you can. And like I said, still quick. We got the 90-second Uncle Ben's rice. Jasmine rice and basmati are probably the best flavors, but they are absolutely delicious. And as you say, 90 seconds. So for the chicken, I like to season it up. So you got some mesquite to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor, cayenne to make it spicy, and seasonal. Instead of using a little bit of salt, we got a couple ingredients in there so it tastes delicious. You obviously need your orange chicken sauce. You can use any orange chicken sauce. I like Panda Express's orange chicken sauce. It's great. And to fry the chicken, you're gonna need some vegetable oil, flour, and eggs. Here we go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this chicken, we're gonna season it and cut it up. All right, as you can see, I didn't season it up too much because they're gonna be fried and we're gonna still dip it in the flour and eggs. So you don't have to worry too much about seasoning because it's also gonna get tossed in our orange chicken sauce. So don't worry about seasoning too much. Just give it a little flavor with the seasoning. All right, back to cutting. All right, so as you can see, basically what I did, I took all the fat and I chopped off as much fat as I could because when you're eating the nuggets, you don't want to be like chewing fatty pieces. You want to have all meat. So I took off as much fat as I could and still cut them into little cubes or chunks to the best of my ability. So it looks almost like chicken nuggets. All right. All right, so now we're going to coat the chicken in flour and eggs so that you get that fried consistency and not just like pan-seared chicken, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take some flour and I'm gonna put it into a Ziploc bag because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to toss the chicken right in here and make it nice and easy so I can just shake it up. Just add a little bit more flour. Boom. Now I'm gonna take all my chicken, shake this around a little bit. Take all my chicken and just toss it in here like this. All right, and once you got all that chicken in there, we're gonna give it a good shake. All right, so as you can see, they're nice and coated with the flour after shaking it all up. Now we're gonna mix up these eggs, warm the oil, and get to frying. All right, so now I'm gonna take the eggs, I'm gonna crack them, whisk it up, crack them right into the bowl here. One. Get all that in there, good. One more. Rinse my hands off real quick. Where'd my paper towel go? Oh, behind the camera. Hey. Then I'm gonna take this fork and I'm gonna whisk it all up. Just making those yolks and the egg whites mix so that you just don't drop the chicken right into the egg. Sorry, whisk. It's all in the flick of the wrist. And voila. Once you get them to look like that, you are good. All right, so now we're gonna put the oil inside the pan, okay? When you're putting the oil in the pan, you wanna coat the whole pan, okay? Get it all the way so that it hits the whole pan, comes up just a little bit from the bottom, and you don't want the heat to be on high, okay? Because you don't wanna burn the house down. So you gotta keep it at a 6 to 7 setting just until it warms up, and then if you need to turn it up a little bit higher, you can. If you want to turn down a little bit lower, you can, but you want to keep it at that medium range so that you don't get the popping grease everywhere. While you're doing that, we're gonna set up this broccoli. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this pot up about halfway, okay, with water, and get it on the stove so that we can start boiling the water, because you don't just, put the broccoli in first. You gotta boil the water, and then you add just a little bit of salt to the water. I like Morton's, got the little shawty on the front. But you add a little bit of salt to there, adds flavor to the water, to the water and your vegetables, and it also helps the water boil faster for all you scientists out there, all right? All right, it's popping time. As you can see, I threw a little bit of flour inside that oil and it's starting to sizzle a little bit, so that's how you know the oil is ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of my chicken. I'm gonna dip a bunch of them into the egg, mix it around real quick, get it nice and coated, and then once I am ready, I'm gonna toss it in my flour, or in my oil. Make sure that you have your tongs ready, because once these chickens are nice and golden brown, they are going to be ready to be taken out. So here we go. Boom, boom. And you want to layer it in a circle so that it's easier for you to know which ones are the new ones and which ones are the old chickens. So I usually lay them out in a circle here like this so that you know that the ones to the outside are the older chickens and the ones towards the inside are the new ones that still need to go cooking. So let's keep layering these chickens on in here. Trying to conserve my egg here so I don't have to crack any more eggs. But I just keep layering them in like this. Inside this little circle here. Helps even out the cooking as well, so that I don't have some chicken that's cooked and some that's not cooked. So I just keep layering them in here in this little terrible circle that I'm trying to create. But see, with the low heat, you don't catch that pop in the eye like some of y'all are scared to do. You're scared to fry chicken because you don't want to get popped. This is how you not get popped. Turn it down a little bit lower to start. Then once you fill the pan, you can turn it up just a little bit higher and watch it cook. You know that you're getting a good fry when you can listen down in there and hear that crackle. That's when you know you're getting some good fried chicken. You want to start flipping when they start to turn golden brown on the bottom. When you see that start to go to the top and they're golden brown, you only want to give it just a little bit more time to hit that other side, and then we're going to take them out. As you can see, they're nice and golden brown. They got that little bit of char on there so that they're nice and crispy. I turned the oil down so that I can start putting more chicken inside without burning the house down. We don't want that thing popping back up when I start putting the chicken back in. So turn the fire down and let's start putting some more chicken in. We just finished our second round of chicken. The reason why I'm putting this chicken onto the paper towel is to catch all that unwanted grease. You ever been to McDonald's and try to nugget and bite and have all grease? No. You take those bite of that chicken McDonald's. You take a bite of that McDonald's chicken nugget, and it is crispy down to the piece of juicy chicken that you find in the middle. So that's what you want to recreate when you're making these homemade chicken nuggets. You want it to be nice and crispy down to that juicy piece of meat, and it should be even juicier because we all know that McDonald's chicken is not real chicken. So these chicken nuggets will be a kick when you get home. Our water's starting to boil, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this fire down on the oil, and I'm gonna start putting our broccoli here. So I'm gonna grab our broccoli. I don't really like the stalks at the end, so I pick off a couple stalks. If I see a lot of broccoli on one stalk, I'll pick it, and then I'll have smaller pieces of broccoli because I like smaller pieces. I don't really like those huge chunks of broccoli. So I take them and I drop them in. Drop the stalks. I don't really like the stalks. That one's not cooperating. Take it, break it, drop some more. I drop about 2 or 3 handfuls in. I do one big scoop, boing, right in there. Especially if I'm feeding 2, I only need probably 2 handfuls. If I'm feeding 3 or 4 people, I'll probably just toss in this whole thing. But we didn't use the whole thing, so we'll keep it aside. And we'll go back over here. And we'll just stir it real quick, making sure the water gets all over the broccoli. And we're not gonna let this broccoli sit in here too long because the water is already hot. So the broccoli just wants to absorb the water, but we don't want it to absorb too much because we want it to be crunchy. So we're just gonna let it sit there for a second, simmer, chill. No Netflix though, keep it in there, all right? All right, so I let that broccoli sit. I'm gonna turn it off. If you want it to stay crunchy, if you like crunchy broccoli, you only let it sit in that water for about 2 minutes because it's just absorbing the water. After that, I'm gonna take it out and strain it so that it doesn't sit in that water because if it keeps sitting, it's gonna keep absorbing and you're not gonna have crunchy broccoli, okay? So you wanna strain that water and hold that broccoli aside. Still got my chicken going right now. Like I said, whenever I need to move, I need to turn that fire down. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this broccoli. I got my strainer. All I'm gonna do is drop this bad boy in here. Strain that water out, pour it all in there. Give it a couple shakes, give it a couple shakes, give it a couple shakes. Make sure all that water's out. Once I know that all the water's out, I'm gonna drop my broccoli on this here plate. And to keep it warm, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it up in some aluminum foil. Just to keep it warm, because nobody likes cold broccoli. So we're gonna come back to this broccoli in a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna take our orange chicken sauce and get the tossing. I'm gonna take these nuggets, slap them in here into this bowl. Now that they're all, see all that grease that came off there? We wanna make sure they're nice and dry. Not dry, because you know this chicken is nice and juicy. But we're gonna toss a little bit of the sauce in there first. So we take just a little bit to glaze it up, because you don't wanna overdo your sauce. Make your chicken all soggy. You still want it to have that crisp. So I'm gonna take this bad boy. Make sure it's nice and closed. Nobody wants to do any extra cleaning. Toss it up, toss it up. You gotta get real ugly with it. That's how you know the chicken's gonna be good. Let me give that. What you want, cooks? Take a look at this chicken, just like the orange chicken at Panda Express or any of your favorite orange chicken places. Now, if you want more sauce, you can add more sauce. If you think, ah, man, I should have added less sauce, next time you better add less sauce. But for now, I think this is beautiful golden glazed chicken. Let's go ahead and give it a try. All right, so last but not least, you got the rice. What you want to do is read the directions and put it in the microwave. It's not hard. Add some butter, add some salt, do whatever you like. Add cilantro, That's always good to rice. That's about it. Squish it up, slap the rice in the microwave, add some butter, you're done. And there you go, dinner is served.